like it. Yeah, I can like say some things, but I haven't thought deeply about that. Maybe Murad can talk.
Okay. Addictions of 20th century. We all realize that is gadgets, social medias.
20th century. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I thought it's 2021.
Okay.
Years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to talk 20th century's addiction, we can.
Yeah, Adham. What was the addiction of 16th century?
I'm not well up in history.
Okay, so what are your addictions? What things that you got addicted spoils your life?
As for people who are my age, I will say the social media, the phone.
Of your age, like teenagers?
Yes. Yeah, I will say, of course, the smartphones, especially. Yeah, it takes our time. So, as for me, I spend like 80% of my time using phone. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you ever try? Do you ever try to give up this addiction, change your routine, or have something else to do?
Yeah, I did, but I can't like isolate myself. So I'm bound to use them, social media, or okay, I use them in order to improve my English. So Instagram especially, and I used to attend your meeting, and I used to it's more than one application I used to use. So I tried more than one time, but I didn't succeed. So I can't like just isolate myself from the others, from the world, because I have to use the internet. I have to even in my work, at my work, I have to use the internet, the applications. So it's so difficult to be isolated. I can like cut down using the internet, but it's a bit difficult.
Okay, you may choose other person and ask some kind of questions connected with this topic or not.
I can like choose you.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What's your 16th century addiction?
16th, but I'm not from 16th. I'm from ancient
15th.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, phone, like social medias, but I do not use all of them. Oh, hi guys, Russian mafia is here. Okay. Yeah, gadgets, they consume lots of your time, but I don't know. I can say that 80% of my days are grabbed with phone because sometimes I can't respond immediately because I'm working or doing something else. So I don't know. I can't say that I have some specific addiction, but when I have absolutely free time, just nothing, I do nothing. I know that I should do something good, something useful for my house, for my family, for myself. But sometimes when I have these rare days, I just lay on my couch and do nothing. That's probably my addiction. Addiction that I don't really have. It sounds stupid and silly, but it is. That's all. Okay. So I can ask more people, right? Nasreen, what about you? I hope you are not from 16th century.
No, I'm from now. Hi, everybody. Well, as you said, can you hear me well? By the way, noise.
It's background noise.
Yeah, it's the fan of my device, so I cannot do anything about it. I have fixed it, but it's still it's not. Okay. As we said, social media is one of the addictions, and I'm addicted to coffee and sweets, and I'm addicted to be lazy. Sometimes, as you said, yeah. It's like I'm in the
When you close, I can hear you better, much better
Yeah.
when you're close to I don't know, laptop.
very difficult. Yeah. Okay. And not see and visit a lot of people is kind of addictions nowadays. I think relations are not like years ago, and something like that. Sorry, I got stressed because of my noise, the background noise. Okay. I choose Dimitri.
Which one? Two.
Odin Kovic. Yeah, the new one. I think.
You one. I didn't saw.
Yeah.
New one.
Yes.
Very
You're
interesting
mute.
story, but we can't hear it. Your microphone doesn't work.
Just
Microphone.
press.
Oh.
Is it better?
Yeah.
What I need to do? Answer the question. Can you hear me?
Buy a ticket to the USA.
Okay.
Do you have any addictions?
Yeah. It is not a big list, but I have one. I like computer game, and I spend maybe 1 hour each week. But it's not a big time. But I hate myself in this time when I can't to resist to this addiction. And now my laptop a little bit broke, so it is easier because now I work with two hands. One hand I work with I don't know, mouse maybe, how its name. And second hand I manage touchpad maybe. Touchpad, is it right? And I can't play game in this time. And this game is it's old game, Emperor. Maybe you know it. It's not a I don't know how its name.
Yeah, I think I've heard about it.
Yeah, you heard. It's not.
Is it strategy or?
Yeah, it's not a modern game.
It's Age of Empires?
Yeah, maybe. I
It's the
don't
second
pay attention about this game. I just I don't know a lot about this game, and I played some time, and now I'm happy that I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's
If you talk about Age of Empires, it's one of the best games from strategies, and it's quite popular right now. So,
Maybe.
Is it similar to Clash of Clans?
no. It's close to Civilization, but it's more like real-time strategy. But you are switching from one like period, like Dark Ages, then the Middle Ages, and you develop your
A nationality.
your nation, and you can like struggle in wars with most of people. So it's quite hard strategy. I am trying to play it right now, and it takes lots of concentration because it is super hard. It uses like macro thinking, so you need to make lots of decisions in 1 minute. It's really hard, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is a good game. And 1 hour per week, it's not an addiction. It's like a hobby, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
hate
spent
myself.
more than 2 hours a day playing PUBG, so it's nothing.
Okay, Dima, you can choose other person.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second, guys. Who remains? Who can I choose?
Almost
I can-
everyone.
I can join because probably I will have to go a bit earlier. So
Okay,
maybe-
Victor, can you start?
Yeah, I think that the biggest addiction of modern society right now is too much information around. So we are consuming more information than we need from different sources, from the mobile phones, computers, TVs, other stuff, and our brain addicts to get so much information, and it reacts like you're not paying lots of attention to important information. So your brain starts working slowly, I think. Yeah. So there are a lot of people that are trying to avoid this big quantities of information, not to swipe the news stream and not to read a lot of articles, but it is really hard actually. Yeah. And yeah, some smaller addiction should be like distant communication via messengers and socials. It also makes people how to say, more closer. So no, not closer. Like they are becoming more. Oh, cannot get the word. So close people, they don't want to meet with each other, and they don't want to speak one to each other when they meet. So they are preferring to communicate via messengers and web calls, but not. They don't prefer direct meeting because, like, it can be hard for them to communicate well. It's not the regular situation for them, especially if we talk about teenagers. Yeah, so it is also like some kind of addiction. And if I talk about my own addictions, yeah, I also like lots of information, so I'm trying to make the information amount a bit smaller, but I'm still struggling with this. And also, I like computer and mobile games, especially hard ones. So, for example, I spent more than 3,000 hours on mobile MOBA, one of the famous one. So that's super great time, and I remember it with the great feelings. Now I almost don't play, but like that was a great time for me when I had so much time to play MOBA. Yeah. Maybe somebody can ask some questions. Yeah.
Do you know in China governments try to prohibit the computer games?
Yeah, I know. They already made a law that forbids kids to play games, and there is a really small time, they left for mobile games.
Yeah.
Some companies tried to play against the government, but all of them were in bad situation. And after all, they decided to obey. And right now, they really are shortening all the playing time for all the people.
How do you think it is? Is it helpful for young people?
I think that this is the kind of modern ways to spend time and relax. And yeah, you can forbid it, but actually, after all bad things, it also have good things. It is comfortable. It helps to make friendship. Sometimes it develops your brain if you're preferring to play complex games. And actually, about 5 years ago, in some countries, they made special faculties in universities that were connected to strategies and mobile games. Yeah, so they teach how to play strategies and how to make decisions in different situations. Yeah. So I think that when it is more than it needed, it can be bad. But after all bad things, there come good things, and I think that gaming in some quantities, it is useful, especially for young people, because they are all involved in this and they do like it very much. Yeah, but it can be addiction. It can be really easy to become an addiction because it's.
Yeah.
You may choose other person to ask question. I think we will do 2 circles today with these questions.
Maybe. Murad, maybe you can share your addiction, maybe from your childhood or your teenage time.
Yeah, sure. Actually, but before, actually, I want to say addictions about to this century, and because I don't know the previous century, not too much, but of course, this century begins with digital games really impact and the really game-changing impact because I remember then and in the beginning of the 2000 we are going to go to internet cafes and we were playing actually Age of Empires like a Victor and lots of hours, and we actually we had enjoyed too much, and I'm not playing this time. I actually I expanded lots of times, and also that time then there was a online game and also strategy, and you pick some characters and you try to develop that character, and the fighting is of course online, and that was really enjoyable actually. But of course, and at the same time we waste our time, and instead of working and hard studying and but you know that the addiction, computer games addiction, actually people and mostly children choose because it's they don't like, and they are not like real world, real life, because in real life you can't get always dopamine and hormones. This in real life, maybe you succeed something, but it is really a slow process. For example, just let's say you take an exam, and the exam the exam results maybe 1 month later appeal, and then you must actually you must wait. But in computer games you don't have to wait actually. Just always you find and you succeed. That's why, and brain always sending signals and releasing dopamines on your body, and that's addiction actually, like drugs addiction. It's same process goes. But yeah, and actually also another addictions there are, but just mine is computer game addiction, and it was actually now not, because I haven't the time, and maybe 6 years, maybe 8, maybe 7 years. But of course, in university times, I hadn't so much time. But before the university, I wasted so much time. Yeah, and if we talk about addictions about this century, and we can count lots of things like a drug addiction and smoking, and I saw lots, and I have been seeing now in my circle, in my friends, they have been smoking, and they are addiction actually. They are addicted by cigarettes, and actually I haven't used any cigarettes so far, and but actually when I saw the people, they once always smoke, and actually I don't understand too much, but yeah, I can understand actually. Yeah. What about, and maybe screen addiction now, and like looking screens and mobile phone screens, and checking social media, and every time checking messages, checking mails, and like other things, and notifications, lots of things, and that's kind of different addiction, but not serious, I guess. Yeah, that's all. Any questions so far? Yeah, Nasrin?
The dinosaur. What
A
is the
dinosaur.
dinosaur? Yeah.
It's one, actually my son's
Is it your
toys.
toy?
Yeah,
yeah.
my son's
Is it-
toys.
Oh, I thought it's yours.
addiction to
Did you-
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
How do you think? Do we need to restrict our children to consume internet and or TV? Or consuming.
Yeah, we try to restrict. Actually, we try to put some limits and his tablet actually, and my little girl hasn't tablet because she's so young, just 3 years old, but she will be on 4. But now actually they use together the tablet and they watch cartoons and play games, and also little ones start to play game. Also, we restricted by application their tablets. Maybe 1 hour, maybe 2. Yeah, sometimes, but it's really useful for us. Also.
Yeah. We don't have a tablet, but my old phone. But we have restrictions. Yeah. Because when we started school and my son was very tired of school and sick of it, as I told you the story, we went to the psychologist and she said some specific time of the day, he's so tired that you shouldn't give him phone or anything, because playing games, it's still using your mind and eyes until the child is at school. They use a lot their energy, their mind and eyes. So that's why he plays darts instead of it or goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good actually. Yeah, what about Dimitri?
Yeah, can you hear me?
In Seattle, yeah.
No?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I won't be unique here. I think I also have an internet addiction. When I have free time, I'm just browsing YouTube, Facebook. But usually my content is related to my main hobby, fishing. So I don't feel that guilty for that. But yeah, I think when I was younger, like university times, I was a bit shopaholic. I can tell you one short story. Shopaholic, right? When you want to buy new, I don't know, jeans, t-shirts, shoes. And when I was in university, I didn't work and I don't have money. Basically, I have just amount of money necessary to live next month, right? And I found in one of the stores, I found really cool shoes, and they were exactly the price of my monthly living. And I didn't think a lot. I just went there, bought them, and spent next month without money. But I borrowed some money from my from other students, my classmates. Yeah, but now I don't have this addiction. I know it's gone after some time. So now I can wear the same t-shirt for 5-10 years, and I'm good with that. Yeah, I think that's all I have.
Maybe because you bought the most expensive now and you don't need wine anymore.
No. No, I mean, before the thing was not to buy expensive, but just to have a lot, It's just addictive. You need to buy every week, every day in best case. But
Why
Um,
did you need it?
Huh?
Why did you have such a need?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I think
Probably
Dima,
some like, insecure, when you're insecure and you want to like, I don't know, compensate it with good.
Dima, maybe your addiction. Sorry, Alena.
I
Maybe your
wanted to ask
addiction was transformed to addiction from buying fishing equipment.
Maybe.
Because I know this feeling when you come to a fishing shop, you feel like, I don't know, like crazy, and no, I feel like crazy. Okay, and I want to buy something. I don't know why, and
Yeah.
I have some interesting story. My friend from Kiev, Vova, Dima knows him, and he own maybe Dima, how to say wobbler? It's
Jerk bait. Jerk bait.
bait. This bait is very expensive, and he bought, I don't know, his equipment was expensive than his car, and it's really like he's like mad and in fishing. And the most interesting thing was that this baits more than 70% baits he even didn't use once.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I've seen that.
husband has a huge collection, and maybe a piece of them he uses while fishing. Others are just like, they're like toys. He opens this kind of suitcase, small one, and he just checks how beautiful they are, those fishes.
Give me contact of your husband. We need to talk. We have a lot in common.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Now he's also switching to hunting, so I think we'll again lose a lot of money because of his new hobby. Just craziness.
Yeah. And today, I think again, like Dima said, when you come to some store, whatever you like buy everything, even what you don't need and you will never use. But today, when you have like just online stores, it's even easier. You don't even need to go somewhere, right? You just sit and okay, add to the bag, buy. And
Thank God we don't have this opportunity.
oh,
But I don't feel this intention to buy something in online. I don't know.
but it's the same when, for example, here we have a big online fishing store.
Yeah.
And when I open it, my eyes just go to different sites because I want everything there. So it's really hard to resist, actually, not to buy.
But when you touch it, Dima, when you touch it, see it and feel, you realize that you can't live no longer without this beautiful, how is it called? Fishing
Bait.
Bait.
bait. Okay.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I just buy it for fun, like you said, like your husband, just to take a look. Okay, cool, like a toy.
Mm-hmm. And when my son was very little and he saw that collection, he was like, "Oh, Daddy, can you give me one?" He was like, "No, you can have it. Do you know how much it costs? No."
But it also can hurt your son, so maybe he did right.
Of course. Yeah, that's because of safety. No other issue here, only safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, some time ago I caught my cat on one of these lures. So my wife hates all this fishing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So actually, it seems like we finished the first question. We can continue with the other one. Murat,
Sure.
what do you say?
Yeah.
Childhood, what is your first memory of childhood? Who wants to start?
Me?
Victor, I
Yeah.
remember you wanted to leave earlier. What is your first childhood memory?
Yeah, I'm here. My first memory. Actually, I don't remember my super young childhood. I can maybe tell you an interesting story when I was about like 12. Yeah, about this age. Yeah. So as you remember, I told that I was a sports guy when I was young. So that was 2004, I guess, and we received an opportunity to travel to Italy. That was my first opportunity to travel to another country. Yeah, and we received a request to participate in international championship, and after some time, we received a grant from the government to go to Italy and represent Ukraine in the international championship. But the money sum was quite small. That's why we rented a Mercedes Sprinter and went to Italy on it. So there were about, like, it was full of people. And my sport is alpine skiing. So maybe you know this type of sport. So it requires lots of equipment. You need to take skis with you, boots, costumes, and other equipment. And usually we take about 4 different types to the competition to take part in different types of competitions. So all this equipment was laid down on the corridor inside this Mercedes Sprinter. So after that, we cannot walk inside this car, and the only way was just to go up on the head of your teammates and like move really slowly if you need to go to toilet or something. Yeah, and we spent about 4 days going to one side, and almost all this time we just sit straight. And after this period, I cannot even like unbend my legs. And we had only 1 day for the competition, so it was super hot even to ride. And after that, we jumped again to this Mercedes and traveled 3 days more back to our country. And after that, I returned to school and said, yeah, I was in Italy. That was perfect. 1 week in Italy, it's a great time to spend. So yeah, that was really awful, but really funny. Yeah, I remember this time.
Did you succeed at the competition?
I had a plan not to fall. So all the task I had is just to finish. But actually, the course was super complicated, and there were a lot of people falling down the course. So I ride it not so fast, and I took. I was 28 from 120 participants. So for the Ukraine, it was a pretty good result. Yeah, but like comparing to Russia, it was not so good because Russia has more mountains to ride and to train. So their ski athletes are more, successful comparing to Ukrainian ones. But for me, that was a great result because I was in top 30 in the World Championship. So I even earned my international first points. And after that, I could participate in any international competition through the world. So that allowed me to travel more and to take part in other competitions. Yeah, but actually, the travel itself was horrible because I spent 6 days riding, just sitting straight and not moving, and only 1 day riding in a huge mountain that was, in Kiev there is a mountain and the length is 600 meters, and after that we switched to Italy and the length of the course was about 15 kilometers. So that was super tough for me, and that was a super big surprise. But actually, despite all the things, I do like that really much, and I'm happy to remember this story like after so long period.
Cool.
Your travel must be too tough because going from Ukraine to Italy on a with car.
Yeah, that was really hard. And actually, we have no opportunity to.
How many
Yeah.
hours did you go there?
We spent about 3 days in one side, so 6 days in total. We had 2 drivers, so we ride almost all the day, and we have almost no stops. The exception was toilets and eating somewhere, and that's all. So like we sit 3 days and back 3 days almost in stable position. That was really hard, especially when you do skiing and you need to use your legs, and when you are sitting 3 days like in stable position and you are sleeping like that and you are sitting like that, and the corridor inside the car is full of skis, so you need to walk on the heads of your teammates when you need to go to toilet. And when someone, like one person, wants to go out, everybody screams at him because they know that it will take a lot of time and effort to like hand him up on the head and like drop him down to this petrol station or something. So yeah, this was really funny and sometimes not, but mostly funny, yeah, I guess. Yeah. But still good experience. Yeah.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. That's about weaknesses. We discovered before.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes.
So you can choose other person.
Yeah. Maybe Dmitry. Like the the old Dmitry from USA.
I'm good with that. Old, new. Yeah, so we're talking about stories from real childhood, the first memories?
like-
or
The earliest memory of your childhood, but you can share some good one and bad one that you still remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have a lot of them, but probably not the first ones, but just some flashbacks from my childhood, some weird. I remember when I was, I don't know, like maybe 5 years old, and I was thinking how bees make honey, and they just do something with flowers, and as a result we have honey. And I was thinking, and I got some flowers outside, and I decided to make a honey. So I just, with small knife or something, I don't remember, just started to, like, I don't know, scrap pыльца, sorry, my English not good here. Basically
Not
this
dust,
part
I
of the
guess. Not
dust
dust.
from the flowers and put it into a box and to give it some time to become a honey. So eventually it didn't become a honey, so my experiment failed. But for some reason I remember that it was some, strange test. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't have some interesting stories from my childhood. Just some, again, flashbacks. I remember first time when I went fishing, actually, but it wasn't like really childhood. I was in school. Okay, Dima, yeah, Poland. Yeah, but I was like, I don't know, 12, 14 years old, and it was my first time I went fishing. And I remember we caught small fish, like local fish we have in our lakes. And I was really, really excited. And after the day, I never quit fishing. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, don't have much to tell about this.
Well, that's okay. You can, if you want, maybe you have some really bad one memory from childhood and you want to share, because we have here like a psychiatrian group
Oh, I
of
see.
psychic.
Really bad memory. Well, there was probably a funny one. In winter, like in our, like, so I lived with my grandparents, and there was our neighbor who every day he, in winter, he, how to say, he came out with a bucket of water and just did, how to say, when you know, in winter, you pour water on yourself just to become stronger, to improve your immune system. You know, guys, this word, because I don't know how to tell it. But you got it, right? So it's not the point. Eventually, in winter, when this guy do it every day, we have like a puddle which is frozen, right? And I remember me and my friends, we were like, again, 5-6 years old. We decided to swim, just lay down on this frozen puddle and just swimming, you know, just on the same. And I was behind him and he was swimming, my friend in front of me, and just kicked me into face with his shoes. So I had like big blue eye, like like this. I was crying. I ran.
It's a general day in Rovinki, guys.
You swimming on the frozen puddles. Yeah, so I also remember this experience. It wasn't my child trauma. I was crying, but next day I was okay, just with blue eye. It was more fun. All right, let me pick.
Do you remember these things like
Huh?
ice bucket challenge? Yeah. Do you remember this ice bucket challenge?
Yeah.
It was I don't know, like 7 years ago. Yeah, I even participated. So maybe you can call this process like ice bucket challenge or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Victor. All right. Next, Nasrin.
Well, my clearest memory of my childhood doesn't go back so far. I cannot remember my 4 or my 5, but I can remember that I was 7 and I was at first elementary school. I was at first class. And one day our teacher said that we want to have some exams on a shrimp, and who can bring a shrimp tomorrow? Nobody said anything but me. I said, me, I'm volunteer. But the central market was very far from our house and our school. And then next day, we wanted to go, and I said to my father, we didn't have a car. We went with bicycle. It was frozen, and I really drove my father crazy. He was shouting, "Shrimp, shrimp! How can I make shrimp?" And it was really bad experience. But actually, I felt like a winner when I show that shrimp, that I bring the shrimp to the class, we can have exercise here. And still my sister just said about this. She says that, can you remember that you were the only volunteer? you were stupid. Yeah. Yeah. And about a happy memory, I cannot remember a special memory, but I can remember that when we had family reunions, when we went to our grandmother's house, we had family reunions, and me and my sister and our cousins, we gathered together, and it was nobody's birthday, but we just celebrate a birthday. We bought a cake, and it was our job, just like when we meet up each other, we used to buy a cake and just celebrate. And we said it's birthday, we were together. Yeah. Okay, Adham, yeah.
Yeah, about my earliest memory. Actually, I have a lot of memories, bloody ones, but I was so naughty when I was a child. So I can like share some stories. I think the earliest memory, if I'm right, I don't know. I was like a little child, and my parents gave me like 3 or 4 coins so that I can buy something, the groceries. And I was afraid to go away from home, so I passed the mid distance, and then I realized that I'm so far away from home. Then I came back home. Then the second time, I like passed a little bit more. Then I came back, and finally I didn't vote anything. This is, I think, my earliest memory. I have one other memory. Like here, they have it in Adha holiday. People come to visit each other. So as they have it, so we have like my uncle's family here, and the habit also is to play fireworks in Adha holiday. So I had like a small arrow that goes away and like make a small blast, and my like dad was standing in the front of the door, the main door, and I was like playing with the fireworks, and the arrow just hit my dad between his legs. So and the smokes started coming out from his jeans, and we were like all laughing. I think it's my funniest bloody memory. Should I choose someone? Murat, have you spoken?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can you please?
Yeah. Actually, I have been growing in city always. That's why I haven't any interesting memories so much, like swimming, paddle, and ice, or and some village experience. I haven't. Actually, in city, before school, in street, the times there was no so much a car on the streets, and we were playing football, and then maybe 6 and 5, but my mother doesn't allow me so much outside, because this it could be dangerous, because we are we were playing on the street, and but and parks and other places far from away, but not and also there was lots of fighting on the street, and also after classroom, I remember also. And when the teacher comes lesson late, mostly, and before before teacher coming to class, and the children kicking each other and also pushing each other or fighting each other like crazy. And that's my silly memories. And yeah, they are not so interesting. What about you, Aliona?
It's hard to find like the earliest, because lots of young, like very early memories, they seem like a dream. They're not so clear, like when you were 2 or 3 years old. They're not so, I don't know, visible. I forget sometimes what I said a week ago, so it's hard to remember my early childhood. But I do remember all of the things you were saying now. I remembered how first time my mom let me go to the shop. I was maybe 5. I was so happy and excited, that kind of responsibility. I was going to buy bread and I rushed so fast. I was running that way and back. And when I came back, my mom was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I'm back." And she was so fast. And I was, yeah. And it really made me so happy and excited and feeling myself like an adult. That's why we let our son, since 5, he goes to local store, he buys things. And like sometimes when he's too long, first time we were checking with my husband, like going after him. But now if he's getting too long, we just try to check, like go on that way where he's supposed to come back. But actually, he's pretty responsible. As for really bad memories, I don't know, maybe all bad memories are connected with some blue things on my face, and not only when I was heated with my mom. Yeah. Bit. I was bitten. But actually, my parents, they gave me so much fairy tale in my life. I can literally remember every single New Year when they would create real miracle for us, for me and my sister. They would knock from the window saying, "Look, there's a Santa Claus," like Ded Moroz in Russian. And somehow presents appeared on the New Year tree. And like each time it was always real fairy tale. So I really appreciate that. And I want my son also to believe as long as possible in miracles and New Year's magic. So I can say, like, you see, when we remember about something bad, even about blue eye shades, they do not hurt a lot now, but they did in childhood. It's okay now, but miracles and magic, happy moments, they stay much more deeper. They stay deeper. Okay.
Is it
So,
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to say something, but the dog muted me. Yeah, I remember this warm bread stories. You know, when you, I was on the village when I was a kid, and when you are going to shop and the bread was just arrived and it is super hot, and you are just taking the first piece you see, you pay for it and trying to get back home as soon as you can, but the bread is so exciting that you are eating it on the road you are going back home. And when you arrive, it is like
Just a half
eaten.
of a loaf.
Yeah, it could be half of the bread, or it can be eaten from different sides, and like your parents say, "Oh my God, what have you been done?" Yeah, but that
And
was
especially if you go home with your classmates, like and buy 2 loaves, only one is
Yeah.
rest.
yeah. Good memories. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
Deep.
still waiting miracles at Christmas?
Me? Me?
Yeah.
Of course.
New Year?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Like we had Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Guy Fawkes Day in my group classes last week. Now, like maybe after this week, I'll take all the decorations off, and I will, because I have all decorations for New Year. In December, I will have those ornaments for saying Christmas is coming.
Good.
I know there's Dima and Nasrin. You haven't talked yet about childhood. No? Okay. Dima, will you speak, please?
Only I remain. I don't know a lot about. I can't remember a lot about my childhood. Just only one story. When I was, I don't know, maybe 5 years. I went fishing, and I was so little, and my fishing rod was so huge, and I went to the lake, and it was. I was surprised because I caught a small fish. It was like I don't know how it in English, like carp, maybe. Dima, is it English word carp? Yeah. I caught one fish, and I took it, and went to home. Come to home, and showed this to my grandfather, maybe. Yeah, and he said his wife said she should bring frying pan, сковородка, frying pan,
Yeah,
frying pan, yeah, and that's all story.
Alena, you're on mute.
No. It was my husband, and I was not saying no to Frank Pan. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It is
Dima, I
trigger
remember
for your.
another story about you when you went fishing, but you were like, I don't know, like 15 years old, and you caught really big fish, and all like neighborhood were talking about like, oh, Dima caught like 1.5 kilos carp. So for some reason, I remember this moment. Dima is celebrity. Was that time?
But I don't remember.
Okay, I will tell you later.
Okay.
You'll remember.
Okay. It was weird. I couldn't remember any happy moment in my childhood, so I can share with you guys. Sorry. Let's talk more. Let's don't talk about sad childhood. I don't know what to say more.
How do you think? Are you creating happy moments for your kids now?
Yeah. It's like my. In psychology, it names
Revenge?
maybe.
Say in Russian.
Я уже забыл. I forgot on Russian also.
Say in Chinese.
uh, I don't know. I feel not good. I feel uncomfortable. Sorry.
Here with us?
No, with my memories, with my childhood memories.
Maybe you should let them go, let it out.
Maybe.
My name is Dima, and
Psychic. Okay. I'm sorry, it's getting late. I have to go. If you don't mind, you can continue, but I need to go.
Yeah, actually, guys.
Me too. I have
Thank you all.
to go.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
okay.
We will see
Take care.
next
Yeah,
Monday.
take care.
See you.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
What? Nasıl ya? Bir yerde hata vermiş bu. Bu ne ya? Bu ne ya? Bu ne ya?